Sorrow and Redemption. Long ago, when the moon still loved to sit low over the palm trees of Umunuanyi village, and the red earth still carried the footprints of ancestors, there lived a young man named Chukwudi. God exists. His shoulders were broad like the trunk of an iroko tree, his heart gentle like fresh palm wine. Every day he rolled his Okada along the dusty village paths, greeting elders and laughing with children. One market day, at the busy crossroads where women sold yam and pepper, Chukwudi almost collided with a maiden on a bicycle. She wobbled, he swerved, baskets rattled, and tomatoes rolled like little red beads across the ground. Their eyes met for a moment. Her name was Adaeze, daughter of all, and her smile flashed like morning sun on a river. The second time, he saw her at the stream, Miri Ugweke, balancing a clay pot on her head, bare feet kissing the cool mud, laughter dancing around her like fireflies. The third time, under a full moon at the village square, the drums called the youth to dance. Masquerade masks hung on the walls, elders sat in a circle, and the flute sang. When Chukwudi and Adaora's eyes met again across the dancing ground, something deep shifted inside them. "Chukwu must be weaving this," Chukwudi whispered to his friend. Adaeze felt it too in the quiet place behind her ribs where destiny sometimes knocks. That night, as the Ogenye gong rang and the talking drum spoke, their hearts began to beat together like two drums in the same song. Not long after, under the shade of an ancient udara tree whose roots clung tightly to the earth, Chukwudi knelt on one knee. "Adaora," he said, voice trembling like a leaf in a soft breeze. "My heart's joy, I love you more than the yam loves the soil. Will you marry me and walk this life with me until my last breath?" Tears filled Adaora's eyes, glistening like dew on morning grass. "Yes," she whispered, "I will walk with you through Harmattan and rainy season." She believed their love could cross any river, climb any hill. Their wedding filled Umunuanyi with music and color. Women carried steaming pots of egusi and orfeonumpu. Men tapped kegs of fresh palm wine, and youths danced until dust rose like incense. Elders blessed them, saying, "May your home be like a well that never runs dry." For a time, laughter and song lived under their roof. Soon, Adaeze became heavy with child, her steps slower, her face glowing. According to modern wisdom, the elders insisted they visit the clinic to check blood, that genotype that the white man's medicine spoke of. The result came back bitter like unripe plantain. Both were AS. Quiet fell in the room like a dropped calabash. The nurse's voice was soft but sharp. "If you have children together, they may carry the sickle curse. Their blood will fight them." Adaora's hand trembled. "So our love is a trap?" she whispered. Her sister Ngozi and their parents warned them, voices heavy, "Do not tempt fate. An innocent child will carry the pain of your choice." But Chukwudi's love was stubborn like a goat that refuses to turn at the gate. "Love is stronger than any curse," he said, holding Adaora's hands. "We will stand together. We can adopt. We can use the wisdom of the modern healers. Chukwu will make a way." Adaeze, torn between fear and love, nodded through tears. "Our love will heal all," she said, though her heart shivered. Their daughter was born in a cool morning as the sun slowly climbed above the hills. They named her Adaeze, daughter of a king, for to them she was royal, a gift too precious for ordinary names. Her eyes were bright, her laughter like the sound of a small bell. For a short time, their home was a nest of joy, but soon the storms came. Little Adaeze began to cry with pains that twisted her body like a goat caught in thorns. Her bones screamed, her chest burned, and her tiny hands clutched at nothing. Fever visited often, hotter than Hamatan fire. Ulcers opened on her legs and refused to heal. She knew the inside of the healer's hut and the hospital ward more than she knew the shade of the mango tree. Laughter in Chukwudi in Adaora's home dried up like a well in dry season. Their once sweet words turned to sharp stones. Adaora, eaten by guilt, became quick to anger. When Adaeze touched her things or begged for sweets the healers forbade, Adaora would snap, "Leave that! Is your sickness not enough trouble?" Then she would lock herself alone and cry until her wrapper was soaked with tears. Chukwudi, seeing this, would kneel by the bedside at night. Chike, Creator, you who give strong legs to the lame and light to the blind, look at my child. Take this pain, let him live and dance. Adaeze, small but wise like an old tortoise, could feel the thunder in their hearts. "Mama, Papa," I asked one day, "is it because I am sick that you fight?" The question cut them deeper than any physician's needle. Another day, as she listened to their argument crash like thunder and lightning, she whispered to herself, "If I go away, they will be happy again." She slipped quietly out and wandered into the bush path, her small legs trembling. When Chukwudi realized she was gone, panic seized him. He searched every path until he found her sitting on a stone, tears mixing with sweat. He carried her home on his back, hugging her tight. "We will not fight again," he whispered into her ear, though his own heart was breaking. Adaora's faith was like a rope worn too thin. She climbed flare mountains, knelt in crowded churches, visited dibia and pastors, poured out offerings and tears. Yet the crises returned like rainy season again and again. "Chuku has abandoned us," she told Ngozi one day, eyes empty. One week, unable to watch another night of Adaeze's pranks, Adaora ran from the village without warning. Chukwudi stayed, bathing Adaeze's forehead, singing small songs to calm her, hiding his tears in the dark. When Adaora finally returned, thinner and quieter, she knelt before father and child. "Forgive me, I ran like a coward. Our child needs 2 pillars, not 1. Years walked by slowly, carrying both hope and sorrow on their shoulders. Adaeze, between crises, would sit under the udara tree with other children and say with shining eyes, "When I grow up, I will be a great healer. I will make people like me whole." Her prayers were simple but pure. "Chuo Okike, please heal Mama's headache and heal me too, small by small." One dark night, heavy with strange quiet, the worst crisis came. Adaeze's breath thinned like smoke from a dying fire. Her body curled, her lips turned pale, eyes rolling upward. Her cries turned to small gasps. Chukwudi rushed to call the nurse. In the hut, Adaora watched her child shake and choke on pain. Something inside her snapped, a mother's madness born of love and fear. In that dangerous moment, she thought, "If I end this now, she will not suffer again. Mercy, mercy." Her hands moved toward the child with a terrible tenderness. At that very moment, Chukwudi burst in. "Adaora!" he shouted, grabbing her wrist. "No! Life is sacred! Chuku gives and Chuku takes." Realizing what she had almost done, Adaora fell to the floor. She crawled to the small family shrine where they kept both cross and OG staff side by side, symbols of old and new ways. "Chuku," she cried, pressing her forehead against the earth. "I am dust. I am weak.
Take my life, not hers. Heal my Adaeze forever, and I will serve you until my last breath. Her tears soaked the red earth like early rain. Sometimes, when human strength is finished, the pathways of help open. Chukwudi, pushed by desperation, did what many men fear to do. He sold his father's ancestral land, the land that carried his lineage, the pride of his name, went to strangers so that his daughter might live. He also borrowed from near and far, every debt a silent prayer. In the middle of this, a wonder appeared, and Ngozi's blood matched Adaeze's. Doctors, whom the villagers now called great healers, spoke of a bone marrow transplant, a powerful rite of the modern age, like a secret sacrifice of blood for blood. The day of the operation, hospital lights shone brighter than any full moon. Machines hummed, players rose, ancestors watched in silence.
Offering part of herself, Adaeze lay on another, small body covered in white sheets. Chukwudi and Adaora waited outside, hand in hand, saying no long prayers, only Chukwu, Biko. Time crawled. Then, slowly, like dawn after a long night, the news came. The procedure was successful. Adaeze awoke later, blinking, breathing softly. Days passed and no crisis came. No bone pain, no fever, no swollen limbs. She stood one morning and walked across the room with steps light as a bird. Her parents watched, afraid to even rejoice too loudly in case it was a dream. But it was no dream. The sickle cell curse had loosened its teeth. They all embraced, crying tears that tasted sweet for the first time in years. Even the elders who had once warned them now said, love alone is not always enough. But when love walks with wisdom, sacrifice and faith in Chukwu, it can calm even the fiercest storm. From that day, peace found a home again in Chukwudi and Adaora's compound. They no longer hid from their story, they shared it. When young lovers came asking about genotype, they spoke truthfully. Love is sweet, but it must open its eyes. If you ignore wisdom, an innocent child carries beload. Adaeze grew strong and tall. She never forgot the nights of pain or the mercy that found her. True to her childhood dream, she studied and became a great healer, helping children who carried the same heavy blood she once carried. She entered hospital wards with a gentle smile and said, I was once like you, do not be afraid. In time, her name reached far beyond Umuada. People said, that girl, Adaeze, is a light Chukwu lit after a long, dark night. And so, Umumi, listen with your heart, not just your ears. 1. Love is powerful, but it must work hand in hand with wisdom and truth. 2. When elders warn, do not cover your ears. They see further than youthful eyes. 3. Pain can twist a heart, but do not let it push you to harm what you love. 4. Chukwu hears the cries of the brokenhearted and can turn even the sharpest sorrow into a story that heals others. When the fire of life tests clay pots, the weak ones crack, but the strong ones become vessels fit to carry living water. Let your heart be good clay in the hands of Chukwu Okike. Ndewo Mommy, that is the end of the tale of Chukwudi, Adaora and Adaeze. May it sit in your soul the way the moonlight sits gently on the village square.